Boy, if you haven't watched the last episode where Cole did such a great job with talking about the black and white wave and that our friend Roberta did and my color wave, and it was a really good discussion. So before we get started today, I just want to thank everybody for following along. We're up to billions of people following us now. I mean, there's only how many billion people in the world, and we have a billion following us. Okay, maybe not a billion, but
We're on the precipice.
precipice, yeah. So what do you got today, buddy?
Before and after with a lesson that I had to relearn. And I say
Hmm.
relearn because, I preach this, but I didn't follow my own advice. And I had to have somebody else kind of point it out to me,
Hmm.
but I fixed it. And so let's go with my
Oh,
before.
okay. Going to share again. Excellent.
So this is one of my recent additions to Harbinger,
Love
Harbinger
it.
number 60. It's it was a nice little image, not anything fancy, but I liked it. Very simple, no shadow detail, single cloud centered and symmetrical. I'm breaking all the rules, baby.
No, no, you're following one really important rule. You've got five trees and not four. Excellent. Well done.
And here's the before image.
Oh my.
Now,
Wow.
when I stood there,
Yeah.
there's a low hill in the background,
Yeah.
and it was going to mess up with my for the tree base. It wasn't going to
Yeah.
be clean. It was going to be messy. And
Yeah.
so my solution was to basically shoot above the base of the trees and not include. Here's let me just show you the before and after.
Ah.
And so my solution when I took the shot was to shoot above the base of the trees. And this was my original
Interesting.
for 60
Okay.
lesson. I wanted to get this out in my newsletter. And so I very quickly processed it
Huh.
and put it in my newsletter. And my concert buddy, who we go to concerts with, I showed him the image. He goes, "Oh, I like that." And he's just staring at it, looking at the bottom. And I could see that his brain was stuck on the bottom.
Yeah.
And so it caused me to look at the bottom. And I realized that by cutting off the bottoms of the trees, it just left, I don't know, it's uncomfortable to me. But because I rushed the image out, I didn't take the time to see that for myself. And so here's the original with the final. And you can see the difference between the two.
Huge.
It's huge. And so the first lesson was don't rush your images.
Yeah. Boy, I do that.
We want to get them out right away to have something on Instagram or to get a newsletter completed, and we rush them. And so I didn't go through my normal routine. And the second big lesson I learned, I was letting my eyes dictate what the final image would look like.
Uh,
Instead of saying, I know what I want, make it so.
so how did you get the base of the trees there? Because when you show that color one right there, there is no base to the tree.
Oh, well, John, when you have a vision and you know what you want, you find a way. And that's the key.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyone can figure out how to do it.
Yep. So
But
I
if you,
asked the question on purpose because it reminds me of when I asked you that a number of months ago, and you said, make it so. Go do it.
and if somebody were to bring this upper left image to me and say, what would you do? I
Yeah.
would never say, well, you need to have the whole tree and the foreground, the ground in there. It feels awkward. I wouldn't say that to him. I would ask a series of probing questions. And if the person said to me, well, I really wished that I had photographed this with the base of the trees,
Yeah.
uh, that would have made it a lot better. But I don't know how to do that. Now that they have their vision and they have a goal, an objective, they know what they want. I'm happy to show them how they can do that.
Yep. Big difference. Big difference. Because all you're doing is giving them a method, a tool to be able to achieve what they've already enunciated as their vision, if that's the right word. They've already shared of what their vision is.
Yeah. So a big lesson for me: one, don't rush it, and two, don't let your eyes dictate what you can get. You can go far beyond your eyes if you just have the vision first.
Yeah, golly, you're just on a roll. We should do like 20 different recordings today. Just, oh, that's right. People think we don't do these consecutively. Never mind. We won't do that. All right. We'll see you in a few secs, bud.
Before we go, let's plug Brooks's Here's a Thought from Yesterday. Can you pull up the title? Because I already deleted my email.
Oh, yeah. Stop looking for shortcuts.
Stop looking for shortcut. No, 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 no. That's today, yesterday's.
Oh, yesterday. I don't know. Now
The
you
one
got,
that you and I talked about this morning, and you're going to re-listen to it.
yeah, I don't have it handy right now.
Well, that was yesterday, which was the date was the 12th.
Yep, because today's the 13th. Yeah. So here's a thought for the on the 12th from Brooks Jensen at lenswork.com. They're
Yeah.
free, right? I mean, those are free.
Sign up for those. They're free. I'm going to pull it up real quick because it's so good.
Okay. All right.
I think that it's worth.
And we're such a professional YouTuber. People are thinking this is how it's done because people follow us just to see what we do in order to be able to kind of copy what we do.
Well, Brooks would edit this all out. Meeting expectations. And the premise is, what is it that differentiates a good photograph from a lesser one? I thought that was, he said he starts off saying he was a little bit in a cantankerous mood. And I thought he was spot on. And I wrote back and I said to him, hey, you kids, get off my lawn, because he was a little hot.
So
Good.
we're gonna talk about that one in our next show, right?
No, no, we're going to talk about today's in his next show, in our show, to his one today.
Oh, I thought we were going to do a whole different show on just plugins and his whole idea. I thought you were doing it.
Today's. That's today's. Here's a thought.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yesterday's is meeting expectations. That's the one.
True. Okay, well, you got to be awake in order to follow you. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll see you.
Bye.